Hello and welcome to another edition of AttractWell Office Hours. I'm Coach Ashley, joined today by founder of AttractWell, Greg Kilwine. Hey, Greg.
Hey everyone, really glad to hear today.
We're thrilled to have you here where we are talking authority pages. Now, if that is an unfamiliar term for you, it very likely will be an unfamiliar term for you. It's actually a language that we use here at AttractWell. You may see pages similar to this in funnels, and they may have different names, but regardless of what you might call a page like this, it is arguably one of the absolute most important pages you can have in your entire process where your website is concerned and you're moving people from lead qualification on toward potentially becoming a client or customer of yours. So we're going to get into all of that today, what an authority page is and how you can design a really great one in AttractWell that'll work for you. Throughout today's training, we're going to be referencing resources that you can find in the Client Funnel Challenge. There's a way for you to get access to that through the AttractWell Success Academy. And of course, as always, we're here for live help. So go ahead and head over into the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from, maybe what you're working on this week. We're excited to hear from you. And of course, in the second half of this call, as always, we will get into some live help opportunities and Q&A. So if you're here today looking for help, do go ahead and let us know. And we can make sure that we've got that space set aside for you here on this call. So Greg and I are going to pop out a video and get into these slides that we've prepared for you here today. Welcome again, you guys. So thrilled to have you here. Today, we are having a little workshop on page design, specifically addressing authority pages, so that you can make sure that yours has the best opportunity to convert a new lead into a new client or customer. So today, we'll talk about what authority pages are. We'll talk about elements of your authority page, so design elements of your authority page. We'll get into best practices for creating them with specific use cases, and then we'll actually go and create one in AttractWell and explore different ways to create one based on your use case. And then, of course, as always, we'll have live help and Q&A. Throughout the call, there is Q&A opportunity. We've got Greg here who built the platform, who's available to take your questions. And of course, we could certainly answer some live after we get through today's content as well. So if you came here with questions, please do go ahead and add those to the Q&A here on Zoom. And if you're watching this as a replay, do join us in the future. We are live every Thursday at 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. AttractWell.com/office hours is where you want to go to make sure you're on the list. And if you'd like to work together live on an upcoming call, we reserve the second half or the last 30 minutes of these calls to working with you live. And if you'd like to reserve space so that we are absolutely able to work with you to the fullest extent that we can in that second half of an upcoming call, go to this link right here, AttractWell.com/work review. You can sign up for one of the slots available every week, where we can spend an extended dedicated amount of time on your questions or whatever it is that you might be working on. If you would like to hand off the work that you're doing to someone who could get it done well and get it done quickly, AttractWell.com/concierge is where you want to go to find the experts on our team who can help you with any number of things on the platform. And let's get into it. Let me know in the chat, do you have a funnel in place for your business? And I'm curious, if you have a funnel, do you have an authority page, or are you using something perhaps a little bit more simple? Let me know in the chat. So let's get started with authority pages. What an authority page essentially is a conversion point or a secondary conversion point in your funnel. And it's really critical if you are somebody that would like to close more sales more quickly, right? If you would like to have a more highly targeted list of leads. So authority page is really important for your business and one that I really encourage you not to skip in the creation of your funnel. So if you are selling coaching, your authority page is what they're going to see after they opt in on a landing page that they could find from any type of traffic source you may be using. And then, of course, if you're selling coaching, it's very likely you're offering discovery calls. So after they complete the offer here on this authority page, we move them over to book their discovery call with you. And then, of course, onward toward enrollment. Really what's happening here, if you see, we would most like for our lead to take the top line here that you see in this diagram. We want them to go from, yes, I want that free thing, to, oh my gosh, I could talk with you, to filling out the form there, booking with you, getting on a call with you, and enrolling. That is the quickest path to a ready lead to get started with you. And then what's happening underneath here is our sort of net that we've built underneath our lead generation strategy. That's where we have our long-term nurture for people who aren't ready right away. The authority page allows you to create a new path for someone who is ready right away to explore next steps with you. And the rest of your funnel does the work to nudge them toward that ready state where they're nurtured long term and may eventually take you up on an offer to work with you in some way. Now, this also works if you're selling courses and programs. In this particular case, your authority page might be where you are offering a webinar or workshop recording. So if somebody opts in to get a free checklist, and on the next video, or sorry, the next page, there's a video that says, hey, by the way, I've got this full workshop. If you like what you just downloaded, you're going to love what I just put together here. Click the link below and you'll be able to get access to it. And when they do, they're not only getting a webinar or workshop, perhaps that video is also a sales tool where you are then moving them toward a group program or some other offer that you're making. So in either case, again, your authority page is the path for people who are the most ready right now to take you up on an offer right away. And then, of course, the rest of your funnel with the campaign messages that drip out are going to give you that opportunity to nurture for the long term. So just a quick recap here. If you're new to funnels, basic elements of a lead generating funnel are going to first be the landing page, which we actually did a workshop on last week. This is where your lead fills out their form to get the lead magnet. That's the free thing that you're offering in exchange for their email address and name. A campaign in AttractWell is a sequence of email and or text. And in this case, our campaign is a sequence where the lead magnet, sorry, not the campaign, the lead magnet is being delivered and the lead is being nurtured, right? So our campaign is where we're giving calls to action to take next steps. It's also in the very first email where we are sending them the lead magnet that they asked for. Now, the authority page, this is where we redirect someone. In a more simplified funnel, you might use just a confirmation page here that says, hey, you're in, go check your email to get the thing you asked for. We're taking that a step further with an authority page, and we're telling them, hey, you're in, it'll be in your email and here in just a bit. But if this is you, you need to watch this video right now, right? You need to check out this information right now. If this is you, don't go to your email yet. I promise it'll be there later. Watch this right now, right? That's our authority page. And if you are using an authority page, it will necessitate one or more additional pages in your system, right? So maybe a booking page, a replay page for a webinar or workshop video, or maybe even a sales page, right? So depending on your funnel strategy, you might use an additional page here. And then optional but ideal, however it is that you're delivering your lead magnet, highly recommend that you put that on its own page so that you can treat it maybe similarly to the way that you do an authority page, so that when someone is visiting that lead magnet, they're checking out the information there. They're not just seeing the thing that they opted in for, they're also seeing, hey, there's more here. Oh, there's more I can do here, right? So having a page for your lead magnet and not just sending them maybe a link to a PDF, for instance, is going to be a better move. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about why you might want to use an authority page in your funnel. This is the primary reason. The best opportunity for you to get another yes is after they just said yes. So they said yes when they opted in to get your free thing on the landing page. Your best opportunity for a long time is going to be to give them an opportunity to say yes again immediately. That's why we go to an authority page. Hey, do you want this thing that I'm offering? Yes. Next page. Hey, there's another thing. Would you like it too? Yes, right? That's the first and most important thing. Essentially, what we're doing with an authority page is we're moving the ready right now toward action, and we're nurturing those who are not ready right now long term, right? This gives us an opportunity to grow a list, but also to take advantage of opportunity in the moment where someone might actually be interested or ready now. This also allows you to grow a better list of better leads, right? So this is really a quality over quantity conversation. You want to have a high quality list. And quite often what happens is with our freebies, we'll get something a bit more general of an audience, but with our offers, we're typically, like the things that we're selling, our coaching, our courses, programs, et cetera, these are a little bit more targeted than our lead magnets for our funnel might be. So this gives you an opportunity to create just a little bit more depth in terms of the segments of your list so that you have maybe a more general list, but then you've got actually a more targeted list that's interested in this secondary offer that you have. And another great case for this is to just be able to introduce tripwires, right? Tripwires are typically low cost offers that you can place in front of a new lead right away that really kind of separates them as someone who is serious, right? So these become the folks who, if they purchase something for $1 or $7 or $37 or something like that, they are going to be more likely, excuse me, to purchase from you in the future. So you can build a buyer list this way as well. So the elements of an authority page are as follows. We will go take a look at a template for this and we'll explore different ways to set it up in just a moment. But the elements of an authority page are as follows. First, we've got our above the fold, and that's the stuff that they can see when the page loads. So they're going to be going straight from that landing page where they saw the offer you were making, they put in their name and email, and this is the next thing they see. Okay. And in this above the fold section, we're going to provide some kind of acknowledgement of what they just did. So basically we're going to say, hey, that thing you just asked for, it's on the way right now. It'll be in your email inbox in about 10 minutes. Just don't go anywhere. You need to see this thing. And that's where we make our qualifying statement. So if this is you, right, this is again where we can further identify with depth and specificity our lead, right? If you are this, watch this video now. So we're going to have a video here that sells the next step in your funnel. So depending on what it is that you do and how you qualify your leads for sale, that could be that you're moving them toward a booking with you. So getting on a call with you, you could be sending them to a secondary video that sells them on something, or you could actually directly sell something like a low cost offer. So that would be your secondary opt-in. And then, of course, as in all cases, we need a call to action. Depending on what your use case is here, we'll link the button in that call to action a little differently. And then, as is always typically useful, if you have supporting information like testimonials, case studies, etc., that supports this other offer you're making, right? Because we made one offer on our landing page, we're making an even more valuable offer here. So if you've got supporting information that you can include on a page like this, it's going to be just as helpful to you as it would be on a landing page or even a sales page. So let's get into some best practices here for authority pages. First, because we are sending them not straight to the thing that they asked for, but to something slightly different, we need to make sure that we are abundantly clear at the very top of the page, albeit in, not super big font, that what they asked for is on the way to them, right? They're going to get that in just a minute. Don't run to your email just yet. Check your email in the next 10 minutes. But before you go, do this, right? Watch this video. Highly recommend here that you use video to make your offer because that is going to be really effective, I think, more so than just copy on a page. People will be able to see you, hear you, be introduced to you. And then, of course, you're able to make a much more effective case selling whatever this next step is. So again, what you're doing here is you're telling them who this is for. And if this is you, this is what you'll get if you do this next thing. And that next thing could be, again, book, get on a call with me. It could be watch this video I created, or it could be buy this ebook for $7, whatever that might be, right? So use video to make this offer to put on this page, and make sure that whatever the thumbnail image is that you're using, make a custom one and have like a nice big arrow and in red and some copy here. It's just something that says, watch this video now, right? Or something to that effect, right? Like, be sure to, if you are this, watch this video. Make sure you're using compelling copy in a thumbnail image for this video. And then beneath the video, of course, you are giving a call to action, telling them to click the button below the video or fill out the form on the page. You're giving that copy verbally in the video, but you are also going to include a copy with a call to action beneath the video. So you're going to say, if you're ready to get started, click the button below, right? And have a button there. You do want to have at least one additional section that sells with copy the offer that's made in the video. You don't have to have a lot here because again, what we're really trying to get them to do, and this is above the fold, is to get them to watch that video, right? And to take action after watching the video. But if you want to provide some supplemental information here, then you certainly can with at least one additional section below. As is the case with your lead magnet, and if you're making with a lead magnet page as well as a landing page, you want to minimize opportunity for distraction or clicking off anywhere else. Basically, the only link that needs to be available on this page is the one for them to take that next step. And you don't want to display any kind of navigational information here. Of course, if you want to have like a terms and conditions footer, that's perfectly fine. But don't have anything that would entice them in any way to leave this page, right? So minimize opportunity for distraction here. So let's get into some use cases here, because I know everybody here's got a different type of business. You're going to be converting your future clients in a slightly different way based on what you're selling. So starting off with discovery calls. So if you are a coach, if you sell high ticket, if you are offering any type of thing that requires you to have a conversation with someone before you could sell them something, you're going to be offering a discovery call on your authority page. So when they arrive on your authority page, they're going to see that note up at the top that says, hey, I just sent you the thing that you asked for. Go look for it in the next 5 to 10 minutes. But before you go, if this is you, click the button below to watch this, right? So what we would do on this page is to, on the button that we use, that call to action button on this page, my recommendation would be to have it pop up for them to fill out, just basic information to apply for a call with you. Right? We're not going to give them the booking link right here. We'll do that on the next page. On this page, we're going to click the button. We'll use lead, #lead in the button to have it pop up. And then they'll fill out a form that answers questions about them, things that you want to know ahead of a discovery or strategy call. Right? So one of the things that you want to note, if you are using a discovery call on an authority page, that's your call to action on your authority page. If your funnel campaign is also saying, hey, you should book a call with me. Hey, you should book a call with me. We don't want to keep sending those messages if they've already booked a call with you, right? So what we want to do here is create an automation in AttractWell that will remove that funnel campaign. So that would be the campaign that was applied to them when they opted in on the landing page. Okay, so you're going to attach that automation to the lead form. So before I go into more details here, I recognize that this is a very visual thing. So let me just go show you guys really quickly what I'm referring to. So this is actually the template that you received from the Client Funnel Challenge. By the way, if you go to the Success Academy right here, and you click on online resources and courses, the Client Funnel Challenge is right here, and it's free to you if you are a member of AttractWell. So this is where you're going to find it, as well as all of the other resources to build your funnel in context, right? So this is the authority page template that we're looking at here. And this is a published example of it. So we're saying, hey, the thing that you asked for is on the way. You'll find it in your inbox in the next 5 to 10 minutes, but before you go watch this video. I would also include some copy here that is, if you are this, watch this video, right? And I give some guidelines here as to what you might include in a video here. This is just an image that lives on this page as a placeholder. Your video will go here. You've got a call to action and you've got a button here. And actually, I was just making some modifications to that. I'll show you how I'll do that in just a moment. So we've got a call to action. We've got a button. I'm going to make that a little bigger. And then we do have a supporting section, right? So this is where you would put an image that's maybe evocative of your tool. It could be a mock-up of your offer, of a webinar, or of really anything that's evocative of maybe a call with you. Tell them what's in it for them, kind of sell what you were selling here, reiterate some of those selling points, give a final call to action. Again, a nice button here. You can add some supporting sections beneath this with things like testimonials. So what I'm getting at here, if you are a coach and you're offering discovery calls, in this video, you're going to be telling them, hey, you've made a great step getting started. I'm excited for you, proud of you, whatever. And then you're going to say if you are this, the next thing you need to do right now is click the button below and let's hop on a call. Right? So that's going to be your call to action in the video, your call to action in all of these places. And here we're going to be talking about getting on a call with you. And so what we're going to do is wherever we have a button on this page, such as here, we're going to put in #lead as the button URL. We're going to do that down here as well. And then under settings, leads, it's going to be in a pop-up, which is already selected. And then you can put a lead capture message in here. So this would just be a call to action to fill out the form below to get started. And then after you complete this form, you'll be sent to a page where you can book on my calendar. Look forward to talking with you. Right. So anyway, you get where I'm going with that. And then in the fields to show, this is where you're going to be putting in any of the questions that you want to ask. We do have discovery call funnel trainings on our YouTube channel, but essentially you're going to go in and maybe require some answers to a couple of questions, make them long text, set this up, ask questions of them that you want to know before they get on a call. After they register, that automation I mentioned, that's going to remove your funnels campaign. Right? So they won't get any more calls to action to book with you. This is where we attach that automation that removes our funnel campaign. We would then send another campaign. Perhaps this one would be, I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Maybe send them the link to your booking page here. We are going to redirect them to our booking page down here. But we would maybe add that in day 0 of the campaign here as well, just in case something happens in the course of them clicking through and they don't make it to that booking page, right? You might add some tags here, etc. So that's how we would want to modify this page if you are offering discovery calls. Okay, now what if you're not offering discovery calls? You are maybe offering a video that sells, right? So this might be a webinar recording, a workshop recording, or something to that effect. So somebody lands on this page and you say, the thing that you just asked for, it's on the way to you. But if this is you, you need to see this workshop right now and you can watch it right away. And so in this case, we would be modifying the copy, of course, on the page, but then we would be using an automation to apply that new campaign and apply a tag to the contact and then redirect them to a watch now page. Now, and we'll also remove the funnel campaign here. And this automation is actually going to be linked in the URL of your call to action buttons on the page. So let's go back over to our authority page here. And what we're going to want to do, because essentially what this is going to look like, right? Somebody just got here. They came right here from your landing page. They put in their name and email. They're like, yeah, I super want that ebook that this person's giving away. And you land right here and you're like, hey, listen, you've got to see this workshop. This is something that's not going to be available for long. Take advantage of this now. It's totally free. And they're like, okay, sure. And they click here. We don't want them to have to fill out a form. They just arrived here after opting into our funnel. And that means we can actually use an automation link here. So when they click this button, they do nothing else but click, and it's going to change the campaign they're on, add a new tag if necessary, remove an old one if that's what you want to do, and then send them to the next page. And that next page for you could be a confirmation page where you say, check your email. I've sent you the workshop link, or you could send them straight over to a video that has your webinar or workshop embedded on it, right? So let's go take a look real quick at what we would do in that case. We would go create an automation here. And in that automation, we're going to be removing an old campaign, adding a new one, as well as some other actions. So this is going to be my register for workshop automation. And my actions here, I'm going to find my nurture campaign. This is the one that they're receiving. So I'm going to remove that one. And now I need to add one for the webinar. And I'm going to add this one. Here we go. I'm also going to add a tag because this isn't just someone who opted in for a freebie. I'm segmenting my list here. So this is going to be a webinar lead as well. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to, let me see, I might change a tag here, but what I'm ultimately going to do is send them to another page. And this would be a confirmation page. So maybe this is the webinar confirmation page. Here we go. So I'm going to add this automation, and then we're going to go and apply this to our buttons here. So the way that we're going to do that, if we have our multiple tabs open here, is we can simply hit copy right here, head over here, and then wherever we have a button, we can just put this into the URL field. And when we update this, when somebody clicks that button, all of these things that we've set up in this automation are going to take place, and the lead has to do nothing but click. Pretty cool, right? All right, now let's get back over here to our slides and talk about our final option, which is a low ticket offer. If you are offering something low ticket, such as an ebook or some kind of paid thing, a low cost paid thing, then you can actually use your form, just like we did for that discovery call option, to take payment on this page, or we could send them off to another page. Not my recommendation here. You don't want to send them away. If they're saying yes, you need to give them away to actually complete the yes right here without a lot more work on their part, right? So we want to add a form to take payment on this page. And then you can, again, use an automation to remove the initial campaign. You're also going to want to maybe add a campaign that delivers what they bought, right? Redirect them to a confirmation page or even a product delivery page. So again, coming back over here, we would be using hashtag lead here instead of this automation. So it would be lead in the URL field. And you could have lead in both of them. You could have an on-page form here where you take payment, or you could go into the settings under payments. Obviously, you do need to set up your payment here, connect to payment processor, et cetera, and actually set up that payment option. That form could be visible down here in a new section if you wanted to. You just want to make sure that you have right over here under leads that the form shows up on the page if you want that to be an on-page option. And you would still use hashtag lead in these buttons with the call to action. It'll just send them down to the section where you have the form embedded, if that is what you choose to do. All right, let me get back over to our slides here. So those are our use cases. So discovery calls, webinars and workshops, low ticket offers. In all cases, most of the time, you're going to want to create an automation to at least remove the funnel campaign that was applied to them when they opted in to get the freebie, right? We want to at least remove that campaign because it's very likely that that campaign is giving this same call to action that the authority page is, right? So this is your opportunity to really dial in your messaging and make sure that folks are only receiving what they are supposed to receive from you when they're supposed to receive it. All right, so let's go take a look. Again, you're asking, I think here, where to find this bundle. It is actually in context fully in the Success Academy under resources and courses inside of the client funnel challenge. So this is actually a primary step in the client funnel challenge. All right, let me look into the Q&A here and see. Okay, so it's going to be under, let me see if I can actually go find that in here real quick. Bear with me for just a moment, and I will get that link up and show you. So this is going to be in the AttractWell members area, and there is a module in there about authority pages, and you're going to find the resource bundle on one of those lessons. Denny, you can have as many tags as you like. Highly recommend that you have a strategy in place for your naming conventions across the platform and across your business so that it's easy for you to understand what the tags mean, because tags can do a lot for you to help you segment your list and get more organized in terms of your volume of contacts, separating leads from clients or certain types of clients from other clients, certain types of leads from other leads, et cetera. But you do want to make sure you're keeping track of what you're using and why you're using it. All right, so all right, Cheryl, this is the client funnel challenge you were asking about. This is going to be in the client funnel challenge modules, creating your authority page is right down here, and highly, highly, highly recommend that you follow the entire process, because if what you are offering as a lead magnet is not directly congruent with with the thing that you're offering on your authority page, it's not really going to work very well, right? Like, and if either of those things aren't congruent in the right way with your overall offer, then it can be really difficult for this to work too. So this is the link right here. So there's a resource bundle here that you can click, and you can find that right here. So you'll be able to claim that from right here inside the Client Funnel Challenge modules. Okay, let me see. Peggy, I'm going to get to you in just a moment. And thank you. Okay, you understand what an authority page is. Awesome. Would you recommend I actually say, so what would you recommend I actually say on the video on the authority page? So TL, I actually go into that and give a sort of, not a script, but like a framework inside of the Client Funnel Challenge modules. And I also give some guidelines just literally on the image in that template. So basically what we're doing is we're congratulating them for taking action. We're telling them who this is for, right? Like if this is you, keep watching, right? Then you're going to call out the bigger problem that they're facing, right? They just opted in to DIY something that represents like a pain point that they have. You are going to call out the bigger reason why they probably have that pain point in this video, right? So let's just say, for instance, somebody just opted in to get a meal plan from you. And that's awesome. Like, hey, I've just sent that to your inbox. It's going to be with you in a second. But if you're somebody who is tired of waking up tired every day, and you are ready to finally see those numbers move on the scale, and you are done chasing, advice from 37 people on the internet, listen up. I got you. Here's a thing that you can do. I've got a 45-minute video. I know it sounds long, but it's the complete blueprint. I want you to go watch that. There's a link below this video to do it, right? That's what we're saying. So you're speaking out to the bigger problem in that case. I would probably encourage them to get on a call with you if you're booking, like, if it's about like health coaching. But if, you're selling a course or something like that, then basically you're calling out the bigger problem that they have that your offer solves. Okay, so you're going to position the offer here, this sort of secondary opt-in. So that's our call or our webinar video or low ticket product. And then you're going to tell them to click the button below to get started. So if this is going to be a discovery call, they're going to click the button below, and you may even tell them in the video, when you click the button below, you're going to see just a couple of quick questions I need you to answer. After you've answered those, you'll head over to my calendar, and I look forward to talking to you after you, after you select a time that works, right? If they're watching this video and you want to send them to a webinar where you are teaching them something and then pitching them something and then sending them to a sales page, again, you're going to say, hey, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm really excited about the progress that you're about to make. If you are this, this, and this, you need to watch the video below, because I give you everything that you've been looking for that nobody's willing to say out loud. You can click that button below right now. It'll take you straight over to watch the video. Cannot wait for the results that you get. I'll see you there. Click the button below, right? And so now you're sending them there. They're watching the video. And then, of course, the video at the end of it is going to sell them, and you're going to send them to the sales page after. And then, because that button below right here, if you are using the webinar example, because that's an automation, that's also going to start sending them a campaign that's going to maybe reference that video that they watched. Hey, did you watch all of it? Make sure you've seen all of it. Hey, did you see the thing that we're offering? Can you believe it only costs that much, right? Like, so that's kind of what that experience would look like for them. And then finally, if this is a low ticket offer, this would be like a one-time low ticket offer that you make after somebody opts in. Then here on this page, you might have a payment form down on the bottom. And right here, you can say, hey, again, so proud of you for taking this first step. If this is you, ABC, then you're going to want to get, so maybe let's just say, for instance, you're giving away journal prompts on your landing page, and then they arrive here and you say, I have the whole downloadable journal that you can download, right? And it's only $17, right? You can get my entire journal, digitally fillable, et cetera, whatever, and it's only 17 bucks. I'm only offering that here right now. You're somebody who just took an important step to improving your life, and I want to reward you for that. So here's that opportunity. Go ahead and grab that below, and I can't wait to hear what it does for you, right? And so you offer the thing for sale right here on this video. And of course, you're backing up that information here on the page. Video, if you're not on a call with somebody, video is the best way to make a pitch and sell, especially with somebody who doesn't know you, because they get to know you faster and they build trust with you a lot more quickly that way. Okay, can a single funnel lead to both a coaching session, high ticket, and an online course for those who can't afford it? Yeah, absolutely. So essentially what you would be doing in that case is that you would maybe in that, so you've got your lead magnet offer that has a campaign attached, you're sending the free thing, and then you are dripping out those calls to action to maybe get on a call with you or what have you. Or in your case, okay, so we want to try to lead them toward coaching sessions. That's high ticket. So what we're aiming for to get them on a high ticket offer is call, 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 right? So you do that for maybe about a week, maybe a week, week and a half, and that's your campaign after they've opted in top level to your funnel, right? So they've got your free thing. Now they may get on a discovery call, but if they don't get on a discovery call, the last campaign of that, or sorry, the last message of that first campaign, your lead magnet funnel, right? You're going to use an automation to apply a new campaign on the last message, right? And we've gone into some detail about this on some other trainings, but essentially once one campaign is completed, you can use an automation to apply the next one. And that next one might be for you to offer a video that sells a course, right? So you offer, about a week and a half, like, hey, get on a call with me, would love to help you. And then, after a week, you apply that next campaign. Okay. Oh, it looks like Greg got you taken care of, Peggy, unless there's something else I can help with. Do let me know. Let me see. Yeah, Greg, you do have it. Awesome. So we actually have quite a bit of space today to work together. If anyone would like to work together, whether that's on sort of figuring out what goes on your authority page or something entirely different, the floor is open. Just pop your hand up here in Zoom and I'd be thrilled to bring you out. And we can chat through whatever you're working on together. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to do with an authority page. That is up for grabs here if you guys want to talk through any of your ideas. I find that again, it's really important in the context of creating these creating authority pages that you are approaching this holistically. And that's why I'm not just giving you guys a resource bundle today. Because it's just so very, very important that your funnel works in a holistic fashion. It's not a theoretical thing. It's not just, I have an authority page, therefore my funnel might convert better. It's that your authority page was built on purpose with a specific conversion in mind. Your lead magnet was selected on purpose with a specific conversion in mind, so that the lead magnet leads to the authority video offer that leads to the sale. Right? They all need to be connected, and we go through in fairly short videos and sort of easy to follow sequences in here in the client funnel challenge. And it's really just these first two. I just show you, some more sort of tips and tricks for different parts of this process in this week 3 part. So there's a lot here to get into, but it's all very accessible. And I really just can't recommend enough that you approach them from a methodical kind of step-by-step approach. Hey, Breck, I see your hand up. How can we help?
So just a question for you.
Sure.
I like what you do. I love the process you're doing, because I've talked to some other digital marketers and who are really very experienced and successful, and they're basically following a lot of the same principles you're teaching here. So I think it's really, really not saying you're doing anything wrong, but it really validates a lot of stuff I've been listening in the past for sure, and it really strengthens that. So one of the things I'm doing for my initial, oh, get my microphone over here. It's way off to the side here. Can you hear me better? Mm-hmm. So anyway, so the what I'm doing right now is for my original opt-in to I go to opt in to watch a video. It might be about 18 minutes, but they don't have to watch the whole thing, because when I take them to the thank you page, it's basically an authority page. So, and I'll send them a link to, I'll tell them I'll send them a link to watch the video if they want to, and let them know it's on the way in a few minutes or whatever. And then I get basically if you're ready to get started, you want to stop being treated like you're invisible, you want to stop your poor cash flow, whatever it is, then let the booker calls me, and then I send them to a page that actually gives you a short video about myself, and then with some authority material below it, like some testimonials, things like that. And basically it's another authority page. And then when they click on the link to the book or call, then I send them to an intake form, which tells them, look, you complete this intake form, and then I'll send you to a calendar link to book a time with me. That's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And inside the video, they can I tell them for staying to the end of the video. If they go to the video, if they don't go to the video, but if they go to the video, then they get a reward for watching it to the end, because then they get a link to actually download a copy of my book, and that puts them in another funnel.
Oh, I love it. That's great. That's great.
That's what I'm doing.
So speaking generally, not having seen all of the elements of this, you mentioned going from landing page to some kind of an authority page to sort of another kind of an authority page, and then moving them into potentially booking with you. Generally speaking,
well, the authority page is, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I'll let you finish. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So generally speaking, I would recommend shortening that process as much as possible. So essentially, you can accomplish all of the authority steps on the authority page, right? So the case that I would make here is, so they're opting in to get a free 18-minute video from you. That's your lead magnet. On the next page, you say, again, basically the same thing, the link to the video is on the way to you now, but wait, if this is you, watch this real quick, right? And make it a really quick video. And then have beneath it, obviously, why they should take that next step, etc. Have about you, have testimonials. You can use an authority page beneath that above the fold section where you're saying, don't check your email yet. I mean, it's going to be there, but watch this first. That's your above the fold section, but beneath it, you can treat it like a sales page that's pitching this call. So you can put lots of additional sections in there that are telling them what they'll get from the call, including those testimonials of clients and case studies and things like that. You would actually have a pop-up form on the page, or an embedded form that's further down on the page, where you would get their sort of discovery call questions answered, and then you could send them to a booking page. So that way their experience is they're going from landing page, they're putting in their name and email. This next page, they're being offered this opportunity to chat with you and seeing why you're so awesome. And then they say yes to it, and they have to fill out their information. They're still on this same page. And then they get to go to that booking page, right? And then once it's all done, they're going to go find that 18-minute video link in their email.
So to clarify, when you put the short video of myself, like basically describing what I do on that first authority page, and then basically create some testimonials on that page, or do you do that on the next page where we actually do it on the same page?
On the exact same page. So on this authority page, this is where you would put a brief video. So the lead magnet, so your 18-minute video is on the way, right? You put a brief video here that's trying to really compel them to take that next step and book a call with you. Here, this is going to either pop up to accept their answers to their questions so that they can move forward to book. Or you could have an optional form that's embedded on a subsequent section, but you can have multiple. So, what's in it for them? Maybe I want to have several sections here. I'm just going to duplicate this one. I want to have several sections that's kind of selling what they should do here. Maybe I want to have a testimonial section in here. Maybe I want to have a bio section where folks can learn a little bit more about me. Add some testimonials.
Have that on the authority page. Have that on the authority page.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, include it all in the authority page, including the form that you would use to qualify them or get them in for your call.
That would be a pop-up form.
It can be, yeah. Or you could go down here to the bottom and create just a single section where we can put in
the 4-minute. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, you could put a form on page here as well.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Which is
so basically you're eliminating one extra page, essentially what you're doing.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, because if you're trying to get them to take an action, And if you
Yeah,
give
I
them
get you.
like the more hurdles you place in front of them taking that action, the significant
Yeah,
less
I know, I hear
likelihood
you.
there is that
No,
they'll take
it
action
makes
on it.
sense. I hear what you're saying. It makes sense. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out. All right, Peggy, I have a program starting next week. I have the heebie-jeebies about starting the campaign because I've sent so many mistakes before. Julie was very helpful, but if you give me some advice, I'd be forever grateful. Yeah, let's bring that real quick, and then TL, I will bring you out right after. Hey, Peggy, tell me more about your campaign.
Okay, so 5 to Thrive starts on Wednesday. And I don't have a lot of signups yet, but that's okay. They received, when the contact registered, they received the 5 to Thrive welcome and welcome to the vault.
Okay.
So that was 2 messages, welcome to the vault, and then did you sign up for the vault? Then I haven't started yet the 27 message campaign that starts with 5 to Thrive starts Wednesday. I was going to start that on Monday. So I was going to start the campaign Monday. The program starts on Wednesday. So that is fine. I think that I've got that to go. Can you give me some advice with how I might connect the two so that I have the welcome to the vault and the rest of the emails, the program, the all sessions emails as one, or should I keep them separate?
So you need to send them 2 different campaigns simultaneously, or
No,
is it
they've already received the
okay?
welcome to
Got
the
you.
program and welcome to the vault.
All right, so it's just those 2 other
And
messages in that welcome to vault campaign. And then these are timed out, which is great and beautiful, timed out specifically to a time of day. Great. Yeah, so what I would do is apply
so
this
you're
to
not in, wait, you're not in the right campaign. Can you back out and then go into the FTT campaign? Oh, wait. FTT welcome. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my view is a little different.
okay, so this is
Let's see.
welcome in all sessions, or
The 5TT welcome to the vault. That's the one they get when they sign up, when they
okay.
register. That's already been sent to those 5 contacts. But
Mhm.
then the 5TT all sessions is the one that I will start on Monday.
Okay. All sessions. It looks like the only one named all sessions is this B2B one. Unless
Yeah,
let me see.
hmm.
Well, actually, no, I did a search. Sorry. That's why that's not showing up. Let's find all the 5TT ones. Okay, 5TT all sessions. Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. So these are date-based again, awesome. We've got time-based as well. Yeah, so what I would do, I would set this back a day, and maybe
Okay.
adjust okay, well, here's the difficulty here is that you've got some people who are already in the vault, yes?
Yes.
Do you have a date or time that you are going to cut off sales for the vault? Like disable the
No,
payment page or what have you?
I didn't think about it.
Okay, so as a general rule, to save yourself headache in the future, have something like this set up and attached to the point of purchase so that when somebody purchases, they're getting this already no matter what. But because we're in a position where we've got some folks that we definitely know need to receive it, but question mark number of additional folks who might need to get it as well, what I would do is when you are closing the cart, let's say, then we would apply this to those folks, right? So whenever you would actually stop, because you have a day 0 in here, this is going to go out automatically to whoever it's applied to. And if, let's just say, for instance, they sign up on Wednesday morning, or they sign up, Wednesday at 8 o'clock or whatever, right? Like if you keep that thing open, this could go at any point in time. I know it would be a little bit of a headache to go in and change like this to, one date off so that this can be a day one right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do it. I've done it before.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that would be, you could go ahead and apply, like if you make this campaign more applicable to everyone in both circumstances, which would be no longer having a day 0, but having this be day 1 and then having the rest of the sequence run accordingly. Then you can go ahead and attach this at the point of sale. So anybody else who signs up is going to get it when it's time. But then you can go ahead and apply this to the people who have already purchased. The issue, of course, is like we want, like if there's a day 0, it's difficult to use in both use cases. Does that make sense?
Yes, I see. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
would
set this up as a day 0 to go out, Tuesday or Monday or what have you. Or this day 0 now becomes a day 1 and adjust the other numbers accordingly. And yeah, and then if you need to adjust the date, adjust the date, attach it to the vault or the sales page, wherever you're taking payment, and go ahead and filter for your people, or go to the attendees who are in the vault, right? Go to the people who purchased the vault and apply this campaign to them. They won't know you've applied it to them until they start receiving the day 1 messages. And of course, anybody who signs up in the meantime would get access to all the same information.
Okay. So if I change the send on day to 1 for the first message there, should I change the send the on a specific date? Should I set that back a day so that
you're still going to have got like some doubles, right? So it just kind of depends on what you want to send and when, right? So so this, if we want to let them know that this begins, so that's why, just depending on how, what you actually have included in these messages, it may be necessary to change this to day 2, this to day 3, this to day 3, this to day 4, this to day 8, and so on. You could go off a date, but you still have that, you have 2 day 1s. So here, let me see, what if we did that? What if we change this to the 22nd? And then this becomes, we still need to, like, this is going to be a day 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
that's great.
Right. And then get a change to when my Thrive box. Maybe you want to send that on a different day. Maybe you send that on, or maybe you combine the contents of this into this, or maybe you do send them on the same day. That's up to you. But that is a way to keep the majority of it the same. You just kind of have to decide on whether or not you want to send 2 emails in a day, or how you want to handle that.
So for the next time around, I'm going to attach this campaign sort of as it is. Of course, I'll have to change the start date, but I can attach it to the sales page.
That's right.
Where it says what to do with the lead once they register.
That's right. Yeah, because if you're also adding them to Vault, which you get to do when someone purchases from a page as well, if you have that Welcome to Vault campaign attached to the Vault, it's going to send that anyway. So this would be the campaign that goes out. And in that case, I would include a day 0 message, right? That's like, you're in, I'm so excited for you, right? Or you could just rely on whatever messaging you include in the Vault one, because that's really going to be the one that addresses the immediacy. So like a scheduled series of calls like this, because you are promoting your calls, right? We're starting in an hour. Here's our recap. Right. So no, actually, no, don't use a day 0 in an email like this. Utilize the Vault campaign to give that initial welcome message and kind of tell them what to do right when they get started. And that way, this can really just be focused on the time sensitive things.
Okay, and by Vault campaign, you mean that campaign that comes up if you set it to no campaign, it automatically lights up with a red box and says if you leave this as such, there will be no campaign that goes. So it's in that spot.
Right. Yeah. So here we go to entry settings, and this one, entry campaign. You would use the entry campaign.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. And then I would attach the 5 to Thrive All sessions to
The point of sale.
the point of sale on the sales page.
Mhm.
Perfect. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me see. TL, got your hand up. Awesome. Hey, how's it going?
Hey folks, how's it going? Good to see you all. Fantastic
Likewise.
masterclass. Thanks again.
Of course. How can we help?
Um, okay, so my funnel is a sequence of emails which I use to warm up my clients. So basically, after they get what is essentially a PDF one-page mind map, I'm giving them a master class over a sequence of emails at the end of which they get a free preview to an online course and eventually a week later an offer for a discovery call. My question is, how do I establish, what do I do with the video on the authority page that one, not only doesn't confuse this entire process, but also enhances it?
Okay, so I would be mindful of what you have promised the process to be. So if what they're offering, like what is the language more or less of what you're offering on the landing page? Like what are you promising them on the landing page?
I am promising them a very simple formula which helps them overcome overwhelm in the process of balancing something like self-care with their artistic career and PR. So basically figuring out how all of these apparently disconnected factors are in fact connected.
Okay, and then are you specifying on the landing page how you'll be communicating that with them? Are you telling them, every day for a week, I'll be sending you a tip, or is it just, get instant access to this PDF? Like what?
On the landing page, yes.
Mhm.
Yes. On the landing
So,
page, yes. On the authority page, no. On the authority page, it's just a goofy picture of me waving.
so wait, on the landing page, yes, you're offering a PDF, or you're telling them you're going to get a
Yes.
PDF right away?
Yes,
Okay.
they get the
Okay.
PDF, and I also let them, now this is the one page which is solution to your conundrum, and it'll be followed by a sequence of emails and an offer which will give you essentially a masterclass.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So then what you might choose to do here okay, you're giving them a preview. So every day you're actually going to be showing up and giving them a preview of the course and giving them the tips and templates and all that kind of stuff. So what I would do is just go ahead and say that that's what's going to be happening, right? So you get in the video and you say, I'm so glad that you're here. It's nice to meet you. You're going to be hearing more from me over the next week, where I'm going to be going into greater detail on some of these things that I've shared with you in the download that you've just asked for. Don't worry, it'll be in your email in a few minutes. Stay tuned. But you're also going to see that I'm going to be sharing some interesting previews with you for a course that I developed to help you solve XYZ problem. So you have a couple of options here. Number one, go ahead and go grab that download, enjoy it, take your time, and you'll be seeing more of me and you'll hear more about this course and how it might help you. But if you're ready right now to get XYZ benefit, to solve this problem, that problem, go ahead and click the link below. And when you do, you're going to get, discount, promotion, bonus, whatever. Maybe you send them to a video that kind of gives a demonstration of it, and then you're selling them on that page. Or you could simply just you could just pitch it in this video on the authority page, and then have the link
Or
to
maybe a
purchase below.
CTA to get on a call with me directly if they want to find out more.
You
Or do you
could.
think that's
Most
too
people who are
direct?
purchasing courses don't necessarily need to speak to someone, though, in order to purchase a course. To purchase coaching, yes, absolutely. You're probably going to want to talk to the person who's going to be delivering that service to you. But if it's a course that somebody can just simply go through, then they don't necessarily need to talk with you. It kind of depends, right, on who this person is and what your best estimation is as to what they might be most interested in, right? Based on maybe people you've worked with previously. Do they really need that sort of customization of approach? You know, there's a few
Right.
options there. And like you mentioned in your funnel, either way, you're going to be offering a call with you where they can maybe take what they're learning in the course to the next level. So in this case, you could even look at, depending on how you've priced your course, not as a true tripwire. I assume you're not selling a course for, you know, $17 or what have you. But you can look at
No,
it
no,
as
it's a flagship course.
it's, yeah, right. So it is going to be a little bit of a higher price, and maybe you have,
Right.
after they've purchased, maybe you've got some kind of a customization upsell there. Again, you know, another authority page. They've purchased the course. On the next page, you can say, you know, hey, if you would like to have this journey customized, I can work with you. You know, click the link below, and they can buy a package of you know, one-on-one calls with you or something to that effect. So I would run sort of a test, if you will, with your audience and the traffic sources that you have, to first maybe look at letting them basically cut the line, right? Because you're not offering the course to them, you're just giving them sneak peeks and giving them tips, letting them know, hey, you know what, you're going to be hearing from me over the next week, and I certainly look forward to hearing back from you. But if you're ready to get started right now on making these changes, you know, let you fast forward. And here's the information that you want to know. So you're essentially allowing them to, instead of waiting for the drip to complete to go and buy a course, you can go ahead and say, hey, if this is what you're interested in right now, click the link below, and you could take them to that course's sales page, you know, and so on. Because you are going to, again, in your email campaign, you're going to be offering a call with you anyway. And I assume there are some other spaces on your website where if somebody was like, I just want to talk to this guy, they can reply to your emails as well. And your campaigns, you need to be saying, you know, hit reply if you have questions, because at any point, if someone interacts with you, you can always offer a call and send them to that page.
Brilliant. That is excellent advice. Thank you so much. In fact, I think I'm gonna go back, watch the video, and say what you say about what I ought to be saying on the video. I might just transcribe and use exactly that. That was actually very close to the kind of memo here.
Fabulous. All right. Glad we could help.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Sure thing. Good to have you on again. All right. Thank you guys for sticking around. So many great questions. You guys are doing incredible work, as always. Next week, we have a very special guest that we have not had on in some time. She's got some exciting stuff to share. She's internationally known business coach and strategist, and it's just going to be such a treat for you guys to hear from her. So make sure that you keep an eye on your email. You'll be getting an invitation from us that's a special one for next week's call. All right, I hope you guys have a great week. And of course, we will all see you again next week. Have a good one.